Hey, welcome back to another RC Worst video. Today we're going to be talking about one of the better sump pumps that I have found on the market today. This is a Pentair or Myers MS33 sump pump. A couple of things I really like about this pump is it's available in a ton of different options. You've got a variety of cord lengths. You've also got a variety of construction materials. So the one that we've got here today, this has a cast iron volute down here. It is available in a plastic volute. It is going to save you probably roughly $20 if you go with the plastic one, but I much prefer the cast iron one because when you're servicing the sump pump, pulling it in and out, you know, it's going to have that cast iron to kind of absorb that and not some plastic that has a higher likelihood of breaking, so it's more equipped for longer life. I would say one of my favorite things about this particular sump pump is if you look at the underside of the pump here, it's completely enclosed. All of the water goes in through the top of the sump pump. Now that does two things for you, two very important things. First off, what it's going to do is it's going to prevent this pump from ever airlocking. So what airlocking is if you've got a traditional pump where the inlet is on the bottom of the pump, if the pump runs too long and it sucks the water all the way down past the volute can fill with air and it can't escape. And so the next time the pump tries to turn on, there's just full of air and it's just going to sit and run and run and run and potentially cause damage to the pump motor because there's likely not enough water around it to keep it cool for the duration of the running. Plus it'll just run itself to death if it's not able to pump the water and the switch isn't able to come down and shut it off. So that is one thing that I really liked about this pump. This is one of the newer pumps to the Myers product line. It's probably only been on the market for roughly 2 years or so now. But in that 2 years, I've had very few returns and very few warranties on this pump, and it has a great price point. This is the 1/3 horsepower version, and currently, as of right now on our website, that pump is selling for, I wrote it down over here, $139.12, which very, very affordable. It does include, like I said, a variety of options. So you can get it with a diaphragm float switch. You can get it with a traditional wide angle float switch, the type that's going to swing up and down. You can get it with a vertical switch. What this one is, this is actually the manual version of the pump, and then we have the float switch separately. This is an SJE Rhombus vertical master float switch. So we had a comment on one of our most recent videos by Robert Thiessen, so thank you for recommending that we make this video. He wanted me to select two high quality products that are great for in-home sump applications, and that's exactly what I've got here. So the beautiful thing about this SJE Rhombus float switch is you're going to have a 5-year warranty, and this float switch is about $68, so well worth the 5-year warranty. Plus what I like about it is it does have the piggyback plug, so when you're operating the sump you just plug this into the float switch plug, and then that just plugs into your wall outlet, and then the travel of this is going to activate and deactivate the pump because the power is running through the switch. So it's great, simple, straightforward, and what I like about these switches here is there's a very basic mechanics behind these vertical switches as opposed to the diaphragm switches or the wide angle switches. A lot of times in a home situation you don't have a very large diameter sump basin, so the wide angle switches can get hung up on the walls and they can just cause problems. Whereas the diaphragm switches, they're just not very reliable. The vertical switches are great because they're very simple and very reliable, and with a 5-year warranty you can't go wrong. So back to the pump. So this particular pump, the 1/3 horsepower version, has a shutoff head of 25 feet, meaning it's able to lift water 25 feet vertically. That's great. And I would say that since this is such a low horsepower, you can really almost run the entire length of the pump curve on this pump. So it's going to be suitable for applications anywhere between 8 and 22 feet, and it's going to give you a great volume out of this pump. In addition to the wide range of application, like I said, from 22 to 8 feet, this pump has the cast iron volute, it has a cast iron body and top, so it's going to have excellent heat dissipation, and I would feel pretty confident pumping this, the liquid level down probably about halfway to the pump, and in some applications where you absolutely have a very shallow sump, you know, you can pump it all the way down without really running risk of damaging the pump. And with this SJE Rhombus float switch, this is just set on here with a with a hose clamp, as you can kind of see here. And so this is easily adjustable up and down your discharge pipe, so you can set it to exactly the height that you want it to be at. In addition to that, this little float travel, there's a stopper here. This can move up and down so that you can limit the range of that, so you can limit the on-off cycle of the pump. So a lot of great features here. I think these two pieces in particular would be absolutely wonderful to have in a sump basin. So Robert, thanks for the great idea on making a video, and don't forget, new videos every Tuesday and Friday, so stay tuned for those. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do that, and also like and comment below if you have any questions. We'll catch you next time.